So it goes like this. A lot of times we're here and here, which robs your capacity to serve the money-making quadrant. Think about it, high importance and high urgency. What? We got to increase the size of that quadrant over there. But we kind of like don't know how. Well, to figure that out, we have to spend some time down here. Quiet time, zone time, you bring in a colleague, you bring in a coach, you bring in whoever you trust, and you say, help me figure this thing out. That is planning, prevention, communicating with your team, actually spending some time walking around just recognizing people for a great job.
Well, and also with the planning is getting it written down in a written form, or even brainstorming groups to get new ideas, expand. And then also with the delegate, if you're an owner or operator, you do the sales, you actually do the product, you actually deliver. In those instances, delegation would be hiring someone outside the company who can, as an associate, who can fulfill those needs.
Yeah, don't assume as the business owner that truly, I mean, look, when we start our businesses, when I started this one back in 2009, I mean, truthfully, I did have to do everything. I didn't like it, but I did have to do everything. But very quickly, I hired an executive administrative assistant. Then after that, Bonnie came on to help me with the business development because my money-making schedule was getting full. So, and then after that, Bonnie was getting just maxed out, and so we hired her an assistant. And along the way, Monty came on board as another coach. So, and then we brought on yet another coach after that. So the point is this: if you don't spend some time down here, then we are really restricting the ability of the demand quadrant, the money-making quadrant. And oh, by the way, that's the thing the gentleman said yesterday. Yeah, but I'm not making any money down here. I said, you absolutely are. The reason you're making money down here is because the time you spend down here is increasing the capacity to make money up here. Do you think that's a great return on investment?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you for the answer. Yes. Okay. So we wanted to pull this piece out of our time management seminar from Wednesday. And because it's actually got a lot of attention from people. So we thought, maybe we need to spend some more time on that. So I pointed out, because someone had said, well, how much time do you think I need to spend down in the zone? Ideally, we'd like you to be spending, you probably can't read that very well because I'm a scribbler. We'd like you to be spending 40% of your time down there. And, a number of people in the seminar kind of rolled back in their chair and said, geez, that seems like a lot. I go, well, you're not going to get there immediately. Well, how do I find that time? Well, you find that time because you're spending, I don't know, you could be spending as much as 20% up here and another 10% here, and you are ready to have 30% that you can shift. Oh, and by the way, use this time to get rid of this time and totally just run away from that stuff, which is difficult to do because I think the biggest delusion thing is this belief that it is adding value to the business. And then understanding that, well, why am I doing this? I'm doing it simply because I enjoy it. I like it. Well, if that's the case, then kind of like do it after hours. People say, well, Dave, I like to take a walk at lunch. I go, keep doing that. Keep doing that.
Because that's actually thinking time.
That's a little bit of zone time, except that you're walking or whatever you're doing. So,
and then this again is based on an 8 or 10 hour workday. It's not based on a 24-hour life day.
Yeah,
because if you're spending 40% of your time in this area in a 24-hour day.
Well, then you're just you're kidding yourself. So we would have people when we go through capacity management, time management, self-management, etc., who would literally push back on some of the disciplines, and they say, "Why don't I look? I'll just work longer hours." And I go, "You're kidding yourself. That doesn't make you more productive. It does not make you more productive." And you're not really assessing the true capacity of your organization when you do that.